I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Happy new moon in Capricorn, full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. Yeah, so it's full moon. It's about releasing. So what do you need to release today? We are going to use the Moonology cards. So those are the Oracle cards I will be using today. Just had to put them up there, so we shall put them where they can be seen. So we will be using the Moonology Oracle cards today. And we will just see how everyone's doing today. Hi, Cat Lover. How are you doing today? This is a reading for the full moon in Cancer today. It is at 16 degrees. See what cards want to come out. The first card out is a new romantic cycle begins. And then we get the card of your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon. So the first one was the new moon in Libra energy. So a new energetic cycle beginning. And I think we're going to get one more card, Celia says. So. Can I hear? With those cards, I shouldn't need my glasses. So, time to give rather than to take. So, are you being of service to others? New moon in Virgo. So, I feel it is a good time of being of service, but just know as you're being of service, there has to be equal reciprocity. Celia is really, really big about reciprocity. And then you get to take the card, take time to breathe. So, we will then get some tarot. We're going to use the new spread that Celia's wanted us to start integrating in our readings. So we're going to do that. So and we actually did some of those readings yesterday. We did an air, fire, earth, water, and pulled some oracle cards at the end. It is a great time for cleaning out the closet, the garage. I know it's not necessarily spring yet, but Celia's saying a good time for spring cleaning with this full moon. Also a time about releasing any energy you're holding back about your mother. So that's interesting. Okay, so the first card is the current energy, which is the Temperance card. So it's about finding balance right now. And that one goes there. The current energy that is helping that situation is the Tower. Oh, what's changing quickly? We don't always think of the Tower as a helping energy, but it seems today it is the helping energy. You know, what feelings do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? What is blocking you from being in balance in your life? Which aspect of your life is out of balance? Maybe you need to look at that and let some stuff go, she's saying. The top of my head's so tingly today. It's like, not sure what's going on. Must be some kind of activation. The current energy that's being blocked is the Four of Wands. Very interesting. So are you holding on to something, a connection, energy from that past connection that's blocking you? What energy from your twin flame connection is blocking your forward progress? What energy are you holding about your mother that's blocking your forward progress in your current relationship? Um, what are your mother's patterns with love? Um, I think those might be blocking you in some way. How did your mom react um, in a relationship with a man? I feel like that is something that's very out of balance. And I feel like as you like gain the clarity of what that pattern is, it can change instantly by releasing that energy. The yeah, the root of the situation is the Four of Cups. What are you holding on to? You're holding on to some stuff, and if you would let go of those things that are of the past and focus just on the present and fill your own cup up. Um, it's definitely about filling your own cup up and seeing the gift that's being offered to you by clearing this pattern. Ooh, that sounds really nice. What gift is trying to be offered to you right now? And you're blocking because of a pattern from, I feel like from your mom. With it being, today is the, full moon in Cancer, which is, shining the light on that mother energy that is also, at 16 degrees, which equals a 7, which, that is about quick change, and sevens are divinely guided numbers. So I feel like this is, the divine knocking and saying, hey, today's the day. Take a look. How is your mother's, personal relationships with the people she loves? Is that the kind of relationship you want to have with the people in your life? Or would you like something different? Because we learn, oh, we learn by what we see. So we develop all of those patterns normally based from the mother because we spend a lot more time with the mother than the father. So a lot of times we tend to pick up a lot more of the beliefs of the mother. So what beliefs does your mother have about love? Um, what beliefs does she have about being, you filling your cup? Did she fill her cup up? Did she always put the kids first? Did she ever, put herself first? Do you ever put yourself first? Do you ever put yourself first? I have had to learn to do that. It is definitely a skill, something you have to acquire. And then the next card is the skill needed to achieve the goal. And that is the Wheel of Fortune. You have all the tools at your disposal. You just have to figure out how they all go together to make it all work. And I feel like that is definitely, how everything is. You find the clues and the patterns and you follow the breadcrumbs and you figure out how situations and patterns go together. Dave and I are always like following the breadcrumbs on things. So, the next card out is the hidden factors of the situation. The Emperor, the masculine energy, the stability. Um, what was your father's relationship? Because when we look at the mother, we also need to look at the father. How did your father react in, his personal relationship with your mother? How was their relationship? Your mother father relationship. How was that? And is your personal relationship anything similar to that? The next card is the action required. The Six of Wands. And with that card, I feel like she's finding victory because she's finding who she is. And like she's proud of who she is. She's like, look at who I'm becoming. So beautiful energy, definitely, Are you ready to step into your spotlight? Oh, there you go. Are you ready to step into that spotlight? Are you ready to take the action required? Are you ready to, you know, say this is the action I need to do. I need to love myself and I need to put myself first. Um, I know the last year has been a time of a lot of relationships changing and leaving people's lives. And that's because, sometimes we're on a different path and, you just have to send them people love and, maybe they'll come back and maybe they won't. You just have to kind of go with, however the energy is. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't beat yourself up about your personal relationships. You have all the tools needed to really change it. Okay, here goes the outcome card. The outcome card is the Five of Wands. In this Five of Wands card, I feel like the other people around are building her up. They're not beating her with that stick. They're kind of all working, I feel like giving her pieces of guidance. Working together, building each other up. And I feel like that's definitely a good message of today. Take some time to build somebody else up, spend 2 minutes of your day and send somebody a message and a heartfelt message. I know you're probably going through a lot and I was just thinking about you. Hey, I know this just happened and I want you're not alone. I'm here. Just reach out. Take some time today on this full moon to surrender a little of your time for the welfare of somebody else. So that is a good message. So we do have the Emperor is the 4 and we have the 5 and the 6. So I feel like that is some progress there. You just have to make the choice. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck for some overall energy. The Sun, how about that? The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and she says we're going to get the Queen of Pentacles too. So I feel like it's about finding balance on, and the Judgment card. This is a day for you to really elevate your spiritual practices. Are you finding value in yourself? Are you cutting off the things that are just sucking your energy dry? I feel like it's definitely a time of deciding what makes you happy. Are you spending time on the relationships that make you happy? I don't know why my head is itching so much. Feels like a crazy thing going on today. So definitely full moon energy today. She said, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do something else. She said, back that train up a second. So we're backing the train up. We are going to get some clarification about the Four of Wands. The energy that's blocking the situation. We get the World and we get the Hierophant. And we get the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is definitely like part of your spiritual contract. Seeing this cycle can change how relationships are forever in your generational line. This is like, I feel like this can change like not only how you do love, how your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren will look at love in a completely different way. When you see things from a different perspective. She's like, look at the perspective, look at the pattern. What was, my mom was very quiet. My dad was very bold. My mom never spoke her mind really. And that was something huge for me to learn in my first marriage. I got to where I didn't feel like I had my voice when I went at 38. I went back to college and I was taking a class and they wanted to know my opinion. And I was I was scared to give my opinion. I didn't know how I felt about it. I was just really hadn't realized how much my own opinion had been pushed down, and how afraid I was to vocalize it. So I worked on that, and now, now me and Celia share our opinion every day, almost. So especially, well, we do every day with Dave. So, but I feel like this is an opportunity for a brand new cycle in the way marriage and love contracts are written forever in your family line. This is the opportunity. You can literally change it. She said today you can change it. She's like, today. Because this full moon in Cancer is really strong, and that is Cancer energy right there with the Chariot about moving forward, and it can move forward abruptly because yesterday the sun was conjunct Uranus, which is the Tower, and it was Uranus is getting ready to go direct. It's getting it's like it's stopping, so it's ready, getting ready to go that other way after it's been retrograde since I think May. It's been a minute. So I feel like big change can happen. Like she's like, big change can happen today. It's really important to take time to look at your parents' patterns. How did your mom and dad do relationship? Did they have good communication? Did they have a close relationship? Were they both completely separate? She said just take some time to see the balance of where their relationship was. Their relationship very skewed one side to the other. I know my parents were, my dad worked, my mom never worked. My mom also felt she never had a say in anything. I feel like because of that. So we are going to get a card on the hidden factors of the Emperor as well. Black. Yeah. Black. The hidden factors of the Emperor are his lack mindset as well. What did he learn from his parents? Do you know about the relationship with his parents? Are they in this kind of mindset? Have they had that? Have they taught him that in love? Have your parents taught you that in love? Has your dad taught you that the value of love comes with the value of the dollar? Which is so not true. So not true. Love is an ever expanding thing, and money is just energy. I know that's shocking to most people, but literally, money's just energy. Okay, we're going to get clarification on the action required as well. And we get the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Cups. And the bottom of the deck is, that's the Knight of Cups, and then we get the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like if you're not in communication, or it's very little, you're going to get new communication by just doing a little bit of energetic work. You can be surprised at how quick energy can shift. And it's literally all just because it's a mindset. It's about shifting that mindset, calling in your higher self, making sure you're filling your cup up and they're filling their cup up, and have the communication about that. Are you both filling your cup up? Because if Dave and I, only one of us is filling our cup up, it gets very out of balance. So we have to both make sure we're filling our cup up. And with that being said, you have to make sure, look where your focus is. Are you focusing on the negative parts of things, or are you focusing on where it can go in the future? Are you focusing on the happy? Are you focused? Where's your focus? Because if you would like this abrupt change, just work on the energy. Like it can change quickly. I've done energetic work, and that same day had a physical result. I know Dave has done the same as well. We've been talking about something, and then he would get a text from somebody in his life previously that had happened and said, sorry, I realized all this stuff about me now that I always blamed you for. So you just never know. It's literally when you tip that scale on that energetic belief, you can literally do anything that you need to do. And one of the real keys is this reciprocity. You have to have reciprocity in your relationships. If you're in a relationship with someone and one person is way over giving, that's that out of balance. And where was your parents' relationship out of balance? Because I feel like if you look at that, and she's like, look right there, there's the scales. You need to find balance within your relationships, for things to go and progress and to really be the place you want them to be. She said, the sun, don't you want to be the Queen of Pentacles sitting, with the sun right here? And you do that by really realizing, what's serving you and what's not serving you. So I invite you today to take a look at your beliefs, and look at your parents' pattern in love. How did they love each other? How did they show love to you? Were you encouraged to show your feelings? Did they show their feelings? Or was everything done behind closed doors, so you just thought, don't express emotion, Um, and did one person making more of the money cause that relationship to be out of balance? Because some people base relationships on the finances when that truly is not the most important part of any relationship. Love is. Love. Just like love. And we're going to get a romance angels for guidance, she says. She's like love. Love is the most important thing. Because if you have the love together, you could literally manifest all of your dreams. So guidance for anyone watching today on this full moon in Cancer. The first card is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then the card is, you deserve love. And the bottom of the deck is the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together, which can easily happen. I feel like this is saying by the next holiday. Here in the States, I guess the next holiday would be Valentine's Day. Wherever else you are, it could be another time for you. But I feel like it's saying, focus on your self-love. A lot of the readings, I know yesterday the air sign definitely was about, are you focusing on your self-love? How is your self-love? But we do invite you to look at the relationship of your parents and see where is the lack, on the masculine side. Is it lack of emotion? Is it from lack of money? Where is the lack? Lack of commitment? I feel like there could be many kinds of lack. So look at where the father's lack is, and where the mother's out of energetic balance with. Did she work? Did she stay home? Was she very emotional? Was she not emotional at all? Did she escape? Was she, really present? Look at all those things. I feel like it's very relevant today on this full moon. So, we will pick this up, and then we're going to do some oracle card readings, and we're going to post that as a daily message, for today on the full moon. How is everyone doing today? We're going to do coffee and cards a couple times a week. And besides that, Celia wants to start posting some more videos. Phoenix Rising, where are you from? Hi, Sherry Lee. How are you doing?
Hi there. I feel good. Thanks for asking.
Well, who knew that my Siri would want to answer today randomly? How odd is that? Okay, Siri's good. We're gonna apparently go on Do Not Disturb. I try to figure out why Siri's doing random things. Okay. We are in Mercury retrograde, so we're excited though. In about 2 weeks, we're gonna have a lot of things going forward finally that haven't been for a little while. So that good mantra is every day is getting a little bit better. I know Dave and I are constantly still saying that. And every day's getting a little bit better, a little bit easier. So So Sherry Lee, we're going to get a card for you today. We are using the Moonology card since we are in the full moon today, which is a great time to release some energy. So a good time for cleaning out the closet, Celia's saying. She's like, clean out the closet. It's a good time for that. So good time apparently to clean out the closet. Apparently I'll work on that later. Cleaning out the closet. Okay. Sherry Lee, looks like you got a couple messages. The first one is a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, which is today's energy, Sherry Lee. How about that? It looks like you're going to have a resolution to something. How about that? And then you get step out of your comfort zone, the North Node. Sherry Lee, do you know where your North Node is in your birth chart? Do you know? Yeah. So he says, where's it at? Do you know? Yeah. Do you know where your North Node is? And then the last card is the energy is gaining momentum, which is the waxing moon, which is a beautiful purple color there. So you get two purple ones. So I feel like it's definitely like you're probably having a third eye activation. Because mine's like lit up right at the very moment, Sherry Lee. And the bottom of the deck is luck is on your side. So Sherry Lee, it looks like this is going to be a better year for you. How about that? So he says, look at where your North Node is. Look at what sign and what house it's in. Hi, Curly Girl. How are you doing? Happy New Year. I know it's only like the 6th, but it seems like we've already gone so far into this year. Seems like now this year's kind of been on slow motion compared to how fast last year was. So those are really good cards for you, Sherry Lee. I did. Dave and I actually, he had some vacation time left, so we did a week in Sedona and a week in Vegas for our anniversary, and we came home and we're home and we drove, so we had a couple of driving days in there, and then we came home and we're home less than 48 hours, and we went to Florida for Christmas because it was going to be a blizzard here. So we had the most amazing month ever. I could have never imagined in my life we would go on vacation for a month, but I came home long enough to do some laundry and change some of the clothes. Sherry Lee, it looks like it's going to really get better. Like those were like super good. Yes, we had fun. We were doing like so much work between Dave and I because the way his chart is he does everything in fast forward. So joy of that sometimes. So like this morning, we already did so much work. We went and sat in the hot tub for like 45 minutes and like did an unbelievable amount of work in that time. So the spiritual journey is an ongoing thing. It does not, there is not an end date on it as long as you're here. And Sherry Lee, Celia says, look at where your North Node is. She's like, that's super important. Well, that's like when we went to Florida, it was like 29 on Christmas Day, the coldest Christmas ever there. But it was better than it was at home, so we're taking it. So, Curly Girl, did you have a question? Good morning, Becca. How are you doing? Curly Girl, at the first of this video, I did a reading for the general energy for today, and today is the full moon in Cancer. And my guide Celia said that it's really important to look at your patterns, at your parents' relationship, how they were with each other, and how they, what beliefs did you pick up from each of your parents? And she was saying that can like switch the energy like almost instantaneously. So look at your patterns for your parents. How was their relationship? Were they very, open? And was there a lot of communication? Was there none? Was communication all behind closed doors? Yeah, like our last 2-3 days there were really nice, but the first couple were a little cold, but it was more about us. We were doing energy work there. And if it would have been nicer, we would have been doing a lot more things and doing the things we were needing to work on, apparently. Curly Girl, for you, we get the surrender to the divine, and communication is key. And then the bottom of the deck is a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So I would say big change by Aries time. And communication is key. Write a letter. That is not unfortunate. It is just truly the life path that you chose. It's literally that was in your contracts from before you came. So don't it was blessed. Your mom was a strong woman and taught you a lot of things, but some of the things about love may be a little skewed based on her perception of love. And with that Emperor card, it was the lack card. So I feel like for a lot of people, it could be that lack of that, that paternal energy. And then we kind of project that unknowingly onto our future partners. Squishy face, Celia says. But if you like look at the pattern of that, you can like really like heal that. It can be definitely a karmic or an one of your ancestral could be ancestral karma, obviously. So something that you can heal and that will heal it for your future generations, which is kind of, I would say, I'm going to post that video. So I would invite you to go back and listen to that. It gave, some of the guidance on, on all of that. So, but definitely a good day to go back and reflect on the mother-father relationship, because we are at the full moon in Cancer. The sun is in Capricorn. The moon is in Cancer. That is mother-father energy. So she's like really super important to look at where your parents' relationships are, and to release beliefs that don't serve you anymore with that energy. I mean, a belief of my mom is she didn't work, so she didn't feel like she really had a say in the finances, or how, the household was ran or any of that thing. And, she took care of 4 kids, so, and did a lot of other things. So it's all in perspective of things. My dad was there, but my dad worked a ton. So, yeah, so you just got to look at your parent relationships. Today is a super good day to spend a little time journaling about it. I'm not always the biggest pusher of the journaling stuff, but apparently Celia says today do some journaling about your parents. So she's really strong on that parent thing today. Carissa, we were looking at your name, so we're going to... This is for you. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, Carissa. I feel like yes, because, Gemini is definitely about communication. And then you get have faith in your dreams. So, Carissa, I would say, yeah, just your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. I would say by Taurus time. And a lot of times somebody isn't coming towards you because you or them have some energy work still to do, some, healing that needs done, some beliefs that need worked on. Becca, did you have a question? Okay, that sounds good, Becca. Becca, you get the card, emotions are running high. It's the super moon energy. And then a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, which we are in the full moon in Cancer. So I would, look at things that cause you high emotion and cause you to trigger. What kind of things trigger you? It's a great day to look at that and release, think about why they trigger you and when they've triggered you in the past. Well, it is water energy, Cancer is like water. So like, yeah, we're definitely in water energy. So, feel the emotions of it. She's like, be in your heart space, feel the emotions. You got to but she's like, we are in the full moon in Cancer. It is So, like, I don't have much water in my chart, but I definitely can feel a little bit more emotion today going on with this. Like, in the top of my head, it's like, just like crazy. um, Becca, do you do any kind of journaling? Celia says it's a good day to do some journaling. She said about your feelings. Yeah, she's like, definitely journal. And like, feel like, think about when you've had those feelings before and what other situations. Um, I feel like something's triggering you. She's like, something's triggering you. Maxine, how are you doing today? Phoenix rising. When will my Capricorn reach out and why is she being silent right now? Phoenix rising, you get the card luck is on your side. And then emotions are running high, super moon. A lot of times people are just dealing with their own stuff. But this reminds me of like Cupid's arrow. So just, you have to be patient. I hear a shot in the dark. So sometimes people are just working on different things. She said you just got to be patient. There's some things you probably she said think about the first reading we did, and look at the relationship of your parents, and that might give you some clues to your beliefs on relationships, and as you change that, you could literally change that communication. But she's like, it's gonna work out. Just that person's obviously dealing with some stuff, and apparently I'm waiting on a text from my daughter. Pooja, may I know what guidance universe has for Naman and Mai's connection? Hi, Pooja. How are you doing today? Happy full moon. Let's get a few cards. The first card is, it is time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Conclusions are within reach. A time for healing. And time, or take time to breathe out and work on your fears, which is another Scorpio one. I don't know if you or him have Scorpio somewhere prominent in your chart, but we did get that energy in the new moon and the full moon. So I feel like there's some negative energy that definitely needs to be released. Are you fearful he's not going to come back? Are you fearful this connection's not going to go forward? The more you're in fear about that connection, the more it kind of blocks it from doing anything. sometimes you have to tell the universe, if this is meant for me, make it easy and just kind of let it go. She's like, make it easy and let it go. I must be getting some kind of upgrade. Yeah. So the energy is strong today. Cat lover, why is Emily so Cat lover, we're going to see about Emily's energy. Guidance about Emily. Oh, that's really making the back of my head tingle. And cat lover, the cards you get nothing will come of the situation. And the card that came out is look at the big picture, which is full moon and Sag. And with that, the message that I got in my head right then was, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? If it's stuff that really doesn't matter, that's the truth that they have to live with. Yeah, she says, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Oh, you both have Scorpio? Yeah. I think, Pooja, you ought to start writing and telling this story about how you would like it to be. How would you feel if he called you today and said, let's have lunch? How would you feel? So he says, what would it be like? What would it be like? But cat lover, I would just lay back and let's see what happens with that situation. I feel like nothing's going to come of it. And just, sometimes people just don't feel safe. And a good, she still says, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Is it personal injustice to you? If it's personal injustice to you, you should speak up for yourself. You should never let anyone treat you badly. But if you feel it's, is it going to change how you feel about that person? Is it going to change how that person feels about you? My hair is doing crazy today. Should just put a hat on. And sometimes that's just our perception of things. Sometimes you have to step back and see it from the bigger picture. Do you feel comfortable talking about anything with that person? Or are you afraid if you talk about it, it's gonna... So he says, have the open conversation, because clearly you want to have a conversation about it. She's like, clearly you want a conversation. So just have the conversation. But try to, before you do, she's like, do a little bit of meditation or clear your head, go for a walk, and ask to see things from a higher perspective. Just say, I would like to see things from a higher neutral perspective. Can I have some guidance? And just see what happens. You never know. her answer may surprise you. Yeah, her answer may surprise you because then you get it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, a time for healing, and have faith in your dreams. And a new romantic cycle begins. Oh, you don't feel, How do you feel Emily's reaction would be if you addressed it alone? So he's like, hey, this is coffee and cards. So we'll just have a conversation. She's like, she says, how do you feel she would react? Because our card today at the end was about helping somebody out. So we're gonna have conversation to help you out. She's like, let's have a conversation. Maxine, did you have a question so you would like to know? Is Emily really somebody then you would want to have a relationship with if you feel she's manipulative? When I feel somebody's manipulative, you know what I want to do? I go the other way. Yeah, you have to feel the feelings. Definitely today's a day of feeling the feelings with it being full moon in Cancer, that is the 4th house. Maybe that's not the right group for you or for her, or we feel squishy face. And if you already have the belief that she is manipulative, that will continue to be her actions because that's what your belief is. Solani, career guidance. I am sitting home idle since 6 months. Solani, balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So then we get a personal issue needs resolution. Conclusions are within reach. So it looks like something's getting ready to be resolved and you and your loved ones are safe. I would say by Pisces, because that first card that came out was, and then another card that, a personal issue reaches resolution is the full moon in Cancer, and that is today's energy. So we invite you to look at the patterns of your parents, especially your mother at this time. But we feel like you will do some kind of employment by Pisces season, Celia says. And the bottom of the deck is meditate and contemplate. Okay, Maxine, we're going to get a card for you next. And Celia says, follow those vibes. You know your instinct. You know when somebody's setting off, that alarm bell in your head. And Maxine, you get bring love into the situation, and communication is key. So be very heart-centered today. I know, full mooning Cancer, it's definitely an emotional kind of day. So if you're feeling a little more emotional than normal for the next day or two, just know it's just a full moon. So we are going to take a break. We may be back later. I have to go pick up my daughter. So we will talk to everyone later. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye.